Ladies and gentlemen, now it's 5 AM here in England, but I've got up exceptionally early to have a bit of a look at the update preview for tomorrow, and oh my god, is it a massive update. I think this is probably one of the biggest updates I've ever seen to Global. We're getting 2 new characters on the banner, but on top of that as well, there's an additional surprise. They're going to be adding in Blue Fraudriin straight into the Platinum coin shop. So this guy hasn't been on any banners yet, and they're adding him straight in. I don't know if he's going to be discounted immediately, but you can also get him in the Hawk Pass as well. But they do confirm right down the bottom of this, and again, there's a lot to talk about today, and we're going to be going through it, that he's a Platinum Coin Shop edition tomorrow, as well as going straight in the Hawk Pass. Now, this is actually really interesting, because Blue Fraudriin is a bit of a cheese fiesta unit. He's got a very powerful reflect, which can be exploited with Red Melascula's passive to actually cheese the Tower of Trials. So between the two characters, if you don't have like a kitted out and upgraded Estarossa, he can actually be like a very fun and interesting option to use. He's like a little bit RNG based to a certain extent, and this team sometimes cannot work. However, when it does work for this boss man, it's really, really good. Also, just quickly to shout out here, the video we're watching is from Ame Oto, so upgrades Fraudrin's Taunt and also a damage reflect as well, and because he can't die due to Melascula's passive, it just makes him an absolute beast because he can absorb all this damage. He doesn't die. Even on level 1 this works as well, and it fully reflects the damage. So you can see Escanor is hitting like a friggin' truck, man, but it's reflecting 100% of the damage he's dealing as well, and also for the side minions. And you're also going to have this ability to stay alive and reflect damage for a couple of turns as well. So again, very, very powerful cheese tactic just for getting this stuff down. So just to open his page, again, he's got a Shatter card. He also has a Taunt and Reflect. This needs to be upgraded to rank 3, so again, you are reliant on drawing a second copy of it or another upgrade from Gotha. And also the thing when it comes to the final Escanor boss, if he merges a Cruel Sun, he can remove buffs as well, so you need him to get unlucky and not draw those cards when you've got these buffs active, or else he's just going to purge them and the tactic's going to fail. But after a few tries, it can work with a little bit of luck there as well. However, one very interesting thing about this character is his passive ability, and at least from my experience and what I know about this character on the Japanese version, you want to make sure you leave him at level 1 0 stars, because he's got this unique ability: when the hero dies, remove debuffs from all allies and fill their ultimate move gauge to max. So this is really, really powerful. This is kind of like a slightly different but arguably better version of Blue Elizabeth's passive ability. And when it comes to the upcoming like 3v3 team brawl auto PvP, this character is exceptionally good with characters like Lostvane, because again, the bots are like always going to cleave down this character, and then you can instantly get like Lostvane Meliodas on your auto team to Ultima and just destroy the enemy team. So keep in mind, if you are getting this guy, never upgrade him, ideally past level 1. Just leave him at level 1, because he's good enough and can do everything you need him to, even at that level. Again, the reflect is all based off damage taken, so even a level 1 can be brought into the Tower of Challenge if you do want to do some cheese mode tactics. And again, that's one of the options that is potentially viable for some of the later stages in season 1, which I believe we're going to be having tomorrow. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for it, man. But Blue Fraudriin, I think, is actually a bit of a win for free to play, because it definitely gives people an option if they don't have like a crazy roster to buy this guy in the Platinum coin shop for excess coins that they might have via SSR Part 1 tickets, and maybe have that option if they didn't have an option to get Escanor down in the Tower of Trials. So yeah, I think this is a good thing. Again, the Platinum coins are going to be a little bit more rare, because Super Awakening as well is coming tomorrow, man. There's so much stuff. So let's have a bit of a scroll back and talk about it. We also have UR gear for Hawk, which I imagine is going to apply to both Hawk and Oslo, and also the what is it, free super OP version of Hawk. So tomorrow, it looks like we're getting Story Chapter 13 as well. Again, coming very, very fast, man. It was only a couple of weeks ago that we got 12.5. So Chapter 13 goes up to the point where King and Diane are captured by Droll and Gloxinia. So you've got those fights, and also the intro to Season 3 fights, where the 7 Deadly Sins liberate that town. So yeah, some really cool stuff there. Also, Tower of Trials is coming. We got Super Awakening. We got Final Boss Taizo, Twigu, and Wailu. We also have King costumes and Diane costumes that will be available on that final boss. And Chapter 13, again, there's going to be 30 gems available from completing Chapter 12 unlocked when this unlocks. Also got a Part 2 SSR ticket, which is very, very nice there. And a few nice bits and bobs. There's going to be a dual banner. We've got the Hawk and Oslo banner and also the Holy Knight Diane banner. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like they've actually released the cards or abilities for Hawk and Oslo, but this is our first glimpse, you know, what the character looks like and what the cards look like. It looks like there's a single target card, it looks like there's an AoE card, but you really can't tell too much about the unit. It seems like Hawk and Oslo is yet again another red unit, and I often joke about this game just being absolutely dominated by red units. So yeah, I'm very interested to see whether this character is going to be a good character or a bit of a meme. I feel like if it's a really good important meta character, it's going to be a terrible time, because all the players on Global right now that aren't spending several $1,000s a month are incredibly broke from the King of Fighters and also Goddess Liz banners back to back, and then 2 weeks later to have like a brand new god tier unit that's like an essential must summon is going to be a little bit too much. So yeah, I'm curious to see how these two perform, but there's also a part of me that's kind of hoping like they're not that good for free to play, because if they are, man, then yeah, it's just going to be a really, really tough time for people out there, especially if they are meta dominant and this banner is a quote-unquote must summon. So yeah, I'm a little bit curious. Hopefully, like, they're not too OP, but they're fun to play around with and viable enough for PvP. So yeah, I'm a little bit curious about this new global first unit, because again, these characters have not been released on the Japanese version. One character that has been released for quite some time on the Japanese version is the Red Wedding version of Diane. Now, this Diane usually sits on the backline of the Zeldris and Droll team and just acts to beef up Droll's damage by 40%, the green version. And yeah, she's an okay character. She really isn't anything too exceptional, but she is nice to have if you want a bit more performance out of Droll. In all fairness, I don't really see her used that much anymore, just due to the fact that with the Zeldris and Droll team, Pierce has definitely become a team that creeps up a bit more on the Japanese version. So if you are running that team, usually it's a bit safer, or a lot safer, to run Red King in the backline still, and just make sure that you have the ability, if you match Pierce, to deal with Pierce. So yeah, Diane is cool for the right scenario, and there is some fun stuff you can do with her, but I wouldn't say she's like a top meta character, at least in my opinion. And again, we're going to have a brand new Hawk Pass as well. So this Hawk Pass is going to feature some stamps and also Blue Fraudrin on, but again, Blue Fraudrin simultaneously is being instantly added into the coin shop. Now, alongside those incredibly generous 15 gems, it looks like via special missions as well, we are going to get some free summons on the Hawk and Oslo banner. Again, I'm not imagining they're going to give us much. I think on the Droll and Red Wedding Diane banner, you had like a total of, I think it was like 2 multis on this banner. So yeah, the expectations are very, very low in terms of net marbles generosity here. Hopefully it's loads of multis, man. Fingers crossed, but I don't believe it is going to be. There's also going to be some secret boxes coming out, and also a ghost leg gacha event as well. So that's the little one where you can get what is it, like random stuff. It's probably going to be Hawk and Oslo moving up there and getting like SSR pendants and anvils, but mostly enhancement stones in all fairness. There's also going to be a check-in event where we can get even more summons on the Hawk and Oslo banner, and also Super Awakening coins as well. There's going to be the Mysterious Fragment exchange shop, so if you've been collecting those via the daily tasks, which if you haven't, man, what have you been doing? You can change those in for Super Awakening coins. I'm not too sure exactly exactly what the conversion rate is going to be on that. There's also going to be a gold spending event with Super Awakening coins, so make sure you have a little bit of gold to spend or maybe use on the equipment draw tomorrow. And it looks like in terms of the coin shop, they're adding in Escanor's UR Divine Axe Rita, so that's really, really good if you've missed out on that weapon previously. Also changes to the festival dungeon reward, adding in cosmetic enhancements. It doesn't look like via the Ghost Leg event there's any Super Awakening coins. I don't think they've even added those coins to Ghost Leg on JP, so it's kind of usual stuff you'd expect from that. Also, we got final boss Taizo, and via some of the rewards, it doesn't look like there's any Super Awakening coins. I think there was on JP or via the milestones somehow, but we've got the wedding cosmetics for King and also Diane, so that's nice if you're missing some King cosmetics, and also free tickets on the Hawk and Oslo banner. Again, I'm expecting there's going to be a max of like 2 multis, hopefully more though, man. It'd be really nice to see, like, you know, 5 multis given out via all of the various rewards totaled. But again, I do have very low expectations from Netmarble. Also, new costumes for Hawk and Oslo. So there's going to be a total of 3 additional sets that come with them. So there's a space set, there's a Meliodas and Barn set, and there's an Escanor and King set. So yeah, these costumes, they look pretty cool, man. And also, scrolling down a little bit more, if you are a massive blubbery whale, there's going to be bundles containing tickets and also gems. So as a whale, I really, really like these because it means I get to summon loads on the banner, but also at the same time keep all of the gems that I have for banners that don't have these ticket bundles. So yeah, I really do enjoy these as a whale, man. They're a pretty good time. But also, we've got more Black Friday bundles. They're literally adding in like so many offers that just exist on the Japanese version and being like, oh, it's a Black Friday special sale. It's like, no, it's not. It's just a bundle that you've ported over from JP, but you've decided to call it a Black Friday bundle, you mugs. So yeah, they they love doing this. We've got the SSR Hero Selector bundle. Get an SSR Hero every single day that you log in. I think we've already had this one on Global, but I may be incorrect there as well. And also there's going to be an upgrade booster selection for rapid growth as well. So that's going to be probably another big choosing bundle like we have currently, or we have had for the last couple of weeks. And again, Hawk's going to be engraved. Blue Fraudriin is coming to the coin shop. There's going to be these wonderful new BM stamps, which I'm sure are going to haunt everybody in PvP. And yeah, Tower of Trials Season 1, so I assume this is going to be the Escanor one. I don't think there's anything specific that says it is the Escanor one, but you do need to clear, what is it, chapter 10, I think, in order to access Tower of Trials. So it's episode 155, which is like just at the start of Droll's Fight Festival. So yeah, make sure you've done that already in story, but if you haven't got to that point, man, or you can't get to that point, Tower of Trials again is very, very difficult to do once you get past floors like 15 or so, like floors 15, for kind of progressing players, man, and fighting that king boss is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but depending on like how much you've grinded and what your gear's looking like, again, it shouldn't be too bad to deal with. There's lots of tactics and strategies that can work from the Japanese version, mainly Estarossa. If you're Estarossa, man, Goddess, Liz, and Gotha, you're in a really, really good position for this Tower of Trials. But even if you don't, coin shop units like that free-to-play team that we were looking at earlier, a Vol Coin Shop Blue Fraudriin, Red Gotha, Red Melascula, can be a very, very interesting team to run. And also, if you run Twig on the back line, you can have more survivability on the Melascula, and also the Gotha as well. So yeah, that could be pretty cool in the right scenario there. But overall, I am excited for tomorrow's update. Again, there's going to be so much to take in. Super Awakening is coming as well. So I am very excited and interested to see how this update is going to land tomorrow and what Super Awakening is going to look like on global launch. So ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's breakdown, please do smash that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.